What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Do you smell that? Smells like a fresh delivery. Stick around and we're going to help Optimus Prime be able to clap his hands. This is box 5 of Agora Models Optimus Prime. We got the box. We got the knife. Let's get up top and get this thing open. All right, here we go, guys. We have box 5 of Agora Models Optimus Prime. That means we are almost at the halfway point of this build. Let's get this bad boy opened up. Hey, what do you know? It's another make sure you subscribe button. Hit that like button. I appreciate it very much. All right, let's see what's inside this bad boy. We got different trays. Agora Models doesn't really do the magazine thing. At least not here in the United States. We got tray 1, tray 2, and tray 3. Now, with these builds also, you could be moving back and forth between trays. Generally, you kind of start with one tray, but there might be screws in a different tray. So make sure if you look and you don't see the screws, check a different tray. It might be in there. All right, let's get this box out of the way. Okay, let's go ahead and bring up the build here. Here we are, Optimus Prime Pack 5. This is the build instructions here. There's not a lot of interesting reading or anything on these, but this just shows you how it looks. Tray 1, here's tray 2, and tray 3. And let's get into this assembly. Okay, guys, we're going to start off with parts 1, 2, 3, and 6. And on this one, they're all on these sprues. So you're going to need some sprue cutters if you got them. If not, maybe some nail clippers or something like that. On these parts like this that are not painted, it's fine to use the sprue snippers. But on these parts that are painted, they suggest not using sprue snippers on these so that you don't damage the paint. We have parts 1, 2, this is 3, this is 5. We've got 2 PB 2x5 screws and 4 of the little rubber washers that go inside. Okay, we're going to take one of the rubber washers and put it over each end of number 1 here. Just like that. All right, and then we're going to take number 6. And it's going to go over this way around over the top of that. And then we're going to take number 3, this part. And it's going to go over this end. All right, then we're going to take 2 more of those little rubber washers and put them right into the divots, the indented parts, the little round donut shaped pieces here and here. And we're going to take number 2, and it's going to go right over the top. Make sure you put it in the right direction, though, that these grooves here match up with the grooves on this piece. Just like that. And then we're going to screw that together with the 2 PB 2x5 screws. And it can't be said enough, guys, these pieces are plastic here, so you want to just snug them up, but you don't want to over tighten them so that you're stripping out the screw. There's 1. These fingers should be pretty stiff, though. All right, and there's 2. And that's how that should look right there. Should be able to move it back and forth. And that's the end of step 1. Okay, now we have part 4 and these 3 little silicone sleeves here. And we're just going to slide these sleeves over each end of this part 4 here. And that, and that. It's going to look just like that. That's the end of step 2. Okay, now we have part TR5-15, and we're going to put that last part that we just made inside of here. And the little gap here, the opening on it is going to face the opening on the back. So you want to take it and just toss it right down inside there, just like that. Get it all the way in there. It should fit down in there, and it should look just like this when it's done, with the gap on the inside and no gap on the outside. There we go. All right, now I got part number 5, and that's going to attach onto part A. This is part A now. I believe this is the base of the thumb. So it's going to go this way around, and that's going to fit right into that, just like that. All right, now I turned this around the right way. I had it the other way. Just spin it around if you put it on that way. It's no big deal. All right, now we're going to take our thumb assembly, and that's going to attach to this, and we're going to slide that right over. There we go, and we're going to screw that down with 2 PB 2x5 screws. And there's one. Those nice and snug. Again, don't over tighten them. You don't want to strip them out. And it should look just like that. We got ourselves a thumb. Okay, now we have parts 1, 2, and 3. These are the painted parts, and we're going to be gluing those onto the outside of the thumb here. Now, if you look inside, you can see there's a raised, like a little fin inside there, and that's going to go into the slots on the thumb. So we have 2 slots on this part. We have a hole here, and then 1 slot on there. And that's going to correspond with each one of these pieces. What we want to do is put a little bit of glue. You can put it on here, or you can put it on here. I'm going to put the glue on here and then just slide the piece over. But yes, these pieces do have to be glued on. All right, I'm going to start with that thumb piece, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue right on that slot, just like that. And then we're going to slide that on, making sure it's facing the right direction. You only got 1 shot at this, so you don't want to mess it up. And then just hold that down on there for a minute and let that dry. All right, that one's on there good. Go on to the next piece. We're going to kind of test fit it. Yeah, this one should go this way. Okay, that went in there. It's actually on there really tight. Okay, I'm going to put a little glue on this one. I didn't think I was going to have to, but then it kind of worked off. So let's go ahead and put a little glue on this one too. Get that on. All right, and now we're going to put a little bit on each one of these. Right there. And slide that piece on. There we go. And that's the end of step 6. We'll set this to the side and let that dry for a few minutes. Okay, while that thumb is drying, we're going to start working on the pinky here. We've got parts 12, 13, 15, TR 526. We've got 6 of the rubber washers here. I'm going to start with part 13 here, and we're going to put 2 of the washers, 1 on each end, here and here. Okay, then we're going to take number 12 right there, and then we're going to put that over the top of that end, and then we're going to take number 15 and put it over the other end of number 13, just like that. And now we're going to take 3 of these washers, and we're going to put 1 on this end, 1 in the middle, and 1 on the other end, like that. And then we're going to take this TR 5-26 with the flat end. There's a smooth end, and then there's an end that has a little spot for another washer. The smooth end is going to go down, and then we're going to put another washer on top of it, and that'll make all 6 of the washers, just like that. And that's the end of step 1. Okay, in step 2 of the pinky, we have part 14, part 16, and 3 of the PB 2x5 screws. And we're going to start by taking part 14, and it's going to go on this end, right over the top of these 2 washers here. And we're going to screw that down with 2 PB 2x5 screws. There's 1. Again, you don't have to snug these down till you get them both in. It's always easier to get them started, get them in there, and then snug them down. That way you make sure everything's lined up right. There we go. Now we're going to take part 16, and it's going to go, it's got a little peg on it and a little hole, and that peg's going to go right over that hole and line it up there on the washer. And then we're going to put that 3rd screw in that one and get it nice and snug down. There we go. Check all of them. Make sure they're good and snug, but again, don't strip them out. All right, and that's the end of step 2 of the pinky. All right, guys, now we have 4, 5, and 6 here that's going to go over the pinky. Just like the other one, I'm going to put the glue on the little hole here. All right, now we got that glued on. We'll set that pinky aside and let that dry. All right, that's the end of step 3 and the end of the pinky. All right, now we got 3 more fingers that we're going to make just like this. So I'll go ahead and get those made real quick. There's all 3 fingers done. That was quick, wasn't it? I mean, I went really fast on that, so I must have set some kind of record. All right, let's move on to assembling the hand. This is going to be part 1. We have TR5-13, TR5-05, and 2 PB 2x5 screws. So this piece is just going to go into the hand right here over these 2 pegs. It's going to fit down in there so it's fitting all the way flush with the back side of the palm of the hand, and we're going to screw that down with those 2 screws that we have. And there's 1. There's 2. As somebody else mentioned, it looks like this is probably going to be where the weapons hook into the hand, so it holds them tightly. All right, we're going to put the fingers on here now. So these, it doesn't really matter which order they go in. Hopefully they're all dry, and they're going to sit into the corresponding holes here. There's 1, 2, 3 for the fingers and 1 for the pinky down here. So we're going to just hook them in. There's 1. There's 2. If you push them in, they'll tend to stay okay. There's 3. And then we've got the pinky. There's all 4 fingers. As you can see there, they're holding in just fine. Okay, now we have TR5-08 and TR5-09. Now, if you look at them, they are slightly different. So make sure you get the right one for the right spot. And then we have 2 PWB 2x6 screws that we're going to be tightening these down with. So the TR5-08 goes towards the top of the hand, and you want to fit it over these 2 fingers, the pegs on these 2 fingers, like that. And then we're going to put that screw in to hold these down right in the middle there. There you go, nice and snug. And then we're going to put the other one over these last 2 fingers, and the finger and the pinky. And there, get it over those little pegs. There we go. And then we're going to tighten that down with that other screw. There we go. It's going to look like that. All right, now we're going to attach the thumb to the rest of the hand here. And we're going to do that with 2 PB 2.3x6 screws. Now that thumb's going to go on the underside. Just line it up. It's going to have a little gap right there. It's supposed to look like that. You just want to put those pegs down in there. Those pegs are going to sit on top of where that thumb fits in there. And then we're going to secure that down with those 2 screws. There's 1. There's 2. There we go. And that's on there nice and tight. And now we got all of our fingers and thumbs on there. Looking good. All right, step 3, we got TR5-16 and another PB 2.3x6 screw. And that's going to go on the other side of the hand, the rest of the palm there. And you got 2 pegs here that's going to fit in these 2 holes. Just like that. And then we're going to screw that in with that screw from the back here. Get that in nice and snug, just like that. And now we got our palm done there. Okay, now here's 3A. We have TR551 and TR5-10. And we're going to put that inside. If you look at it, it's got a round side and then it's got a oval looking side. This is going to go into that oval looking side with the one end looks like a nut on the end and the other end is just flat. that nut side is going to go in. So you want to put that in there and slide it all the way in. Push it in nice and tight till it gets all the way in there, like that. Now we got step 4. We have TR5-7 and TR5-6, and we're going to put those on. You got once the TR5-7 has the round hole on it, and it's going to go on this end like that. TR5-6 has the slot in it, and it's going to go on the other end like that. Now we're going to need 2 of the PB 2.3x6 screws, and we're going to affix this on. This is going to go with these slots are going to go over these 2 pegs like that, and we're going to screw those down with our 2 screws. And there's 1, and there's 2. Make sure they're nice and snug like that. It's going to look just like that. All right, now we got the back of the hand here. This is TR5-14, and we're going to fix that on here, but we're going to put a little glue on it to make sure it don't go anywhere. Now we're just going to put a little glue on each one of these pegs. You could put it on the holes, I guess, if you'd rather do it that way. Yeah, I think actually I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to put a little on each one of the holes. Is that one? Now I have, like I said, I have the gel type of glue, so it should kind of coat it as it pushes down in there. There we go. We're going to get those lined up on there and push them in. All the way down. All right. I'll give that a minute to dry. It's going to look just like that. All right, now we got TR5-51, and we have TR5-44. All right, this slots into the hand like that. And now we want to take TR5-44, and we're going to put that over the top of it and push that on. Okay, you want the flat side. There's one side that's level, and on this side it steps in a little. You want that level side going in. All right, and that's as far in as it'll go. All right, now we got TR5-41, TR5-43, and 2 of the PWB 2x6 screws. And that's going to go it's going to go this way around with the slots facing out, and this one's going to go slot right into these 2 holes here and here, just like that. All right, and now this is going to go over the hand, or over this part, and slot right into this. Okay. If this isn't fitting over this rim right here, then you don't have this part far enough down. So you need to take it off and really force it down on to this piece. And now it fits the way it's supposed to. That'll keep it from coming off of this hand. And we're going to screw that down with those 2 screws. So I had to put a pretty good amount of force on that to get it to pop all the way down in there the way it's supposed to be. Now we'll get these 2 screws on. And that should be attached pretty good. There you go, get that nice and snug. All right, and it should look just like that. Okay, now we have TR5-42 and 4 of the PB 2.3x6 screws. And we're going to attach that onto the other side. And you just want to line it up with your holes there. And then we're going to screw that in from the back side here with those 4 screws. And there's 1. Some pretty long screws, so it's going to take some screwing. There's 2, 3, and 4. There we go. Should look just like that. Should have been back and forth. All right. And that's the end of step 9. And we have the hand complete. Okay, now we're going to start assembling the lower right arm. And we have TR5-39, TR5-40, and 2 of the PB 2.3x6 screws. And we're just going to screw these 2 together. Just line them up and put your 2 screws in there. There's one. All right, and two. Now we got TR5-46, this rubber band here. We're going to put it right around part A, just like that. And that is step 2 complete. Okay, now we got TR5-35 and 4 of the PB 2.3x6 screws. And we're going to screw this onto here. I'm going to go this way around. Just snap it over the pegs like that, and then we're going to screw it down with our 4 screws. All right, it's going to look just like that. Okay, guys, now we got TR5-33, TR5-32, TR5-38, 2 PB 2.3x6 screws, the shoulder from the last part of the build. And yes, after going back and checking, guys, I noticed that I put the louvers on facing the wrong direction. It would just be too much work to get this back apart to change it. And I think it kind of looks nice facing forward because I can see down in there. When I have it displayed, I'll be able to look and see down in there. So it's fine for me. It doesn't bother me. But just letting you know, these vents are supposed to face backwards, vent backwards like this. And I have them going forwards. Not that big of a deal to me, but anyway, so I would just let you know on that. All right, let's go ahead and get this put together here. So we're going to move this piece up like that. Now this piece is going to slot right in here. This is going to slot in here and be able to slide back and forth like that. Okay, and then this is going, these pegs here are going to go into this hole, and then it's going to sandwich together like that and here, and then it's going to sandwich together over the other part that we just put in. And get it on there, right? There we are. Snaps in like that. Okay, and then we're going to screw that together with those two screws. I'm going to use a different screwdriver, so I don't want to scratch the paint up on this part. That screwdriver is kind of short. There's one. Get the second one in. All right, it should look just like that. Okay, now we got TR5-31 and 2 more of the PB 2.3x6 screws. We're going to get this around where we can get to the screws. Those pegs are going to slot right into these 2 holes like that, and then we're going to screw that down with those 2 screws right through these holes there. So if you look down in there, you can see the holes where they go into. There's one. And yeah, this is where it definitely comes in handy. Have a magnified screwdriver, and we'll get that second one on there nice and snug like that, and that should look just like that. You can see down in there, you can see those 2 screws. There they are. All right, step 6A, we have TR3-34, and that's going to go in here and cover up these screw holes, and it should fit on there and snap in. But this one doesn't snap in, so I'm going to have to put a little glue on that to keep it on. Mine is a little loose. I'm just going to put a little glue on these pegs here. Get it down in there and let that sit and dry. I say, guys, if they don't snap in, you're going to have to glue it on. Otherwise, I mean, it's the only way to keep it on there. So, all right, now we got TR5-37. And this is going to snap in right here. I remember the last one was a little tricky to get it in there. That piece is not easy to get on there. It wasn't the last time, and it wasn't on this one either. It's hard to get both of those clips snapped in there. You get one side will go in and the other side don't want to get in. So it's a little difficult to get it on, but if you keep working on it, you can get it on there. Anyways, it's supposed to look like that. Nice and flush. All right, there we go. Okay, now we need TR5-05 and part A and part B. And this is going to go, you have this nut-shaped hole here, which is going to go over the nut that's inside here, and at the same time this sliding piece needs to go into this hole here. So you get that into that hole and get that over that nut. It should look like that. So this one's down in there, and this one is inside this hole here the way it's supposed to be. And now we're going to take part A here, and it's going to slot right into the bottom of that like that. And now we're going to take part TR5-04 and we're going to go over the top and sandwich all that together like that. And that's the end of step 8. Okay, now we got the 3PM3 3x12 bolts, 3 nuts, and 3 lock washers. And we're going to take 2 of the bolts and put the lock washers on them. Well, we're going to put the lock washers on all 3 of the bolts. All right, so the 2 of the bolts are going to go through this side and screw into the nuts on this side. We're going to put a nut over here. It's going to fit right in there just like that. And then from the back side, we're going to start a bolt into it. And hopefully you still have the Allen wrench that you got originally with this. I don't know where mine went. I have no idea, but I have other Allen wrenches, so not a big deal. All right, now we're going to put a nut into the other side. As you can see, they fit right in there, just like that. And then we're going to start this bolt through the other side. I'm going to get that one screwed down. I'm not going to tighten them real tight yet, just going to get them started. And now we got one more, and this nut is going to go on the other side, right in this indentation here. And then we're going to run the bolt through the other side and start screwing that down with our Allen wrench. Just hold the nut with your finger on the one side and start screwing that down. There we go. Now we're going to snug those up. That one's snug. This one nice and snug. And this one. All right, should look like that. And that's the end of step 9. As like I was telling you about the nuts and things in these packs, they could be in any one of the trays. So these don't get used until this step, and they were in tray number 1. So, all right, these are going to be going into metal. This is TR5-02, and we got 4 PWM 2x5.5 screws. M, of course, meaning metal. So let's go ahead and get this the right way on here. It's going to go this way around, and then it's going to screw in. And we're probably going to be able to bend this so we can get to them a little bit easier, like that. I'm going to put a little bloop bloop of oil on each one of these because it is metal. Now these are split, guys, so they probably don't need oil. But I'm going to put a little on there anyway, just the tiniest little bit on each one. The way these are split, they tend to go in a little easier. All right, so once again, I'm going to go this way on here with this piece here sticking out the kind of, this is right arm. It's going to be to the front and the right. Get one in. Again, if you bend the arm like I have it here, you're going to get better access to it without having to try to get past all this up here. I'm going to get one tightened down a little bit. Not real snug yet, just enough to hold everything. Now I'm going to go catty corner to the other side, and I'm going to screw one in here. All right, now back to this side. Get one started in there. And then back over here again to get the last one going. All right, we got these all started, so I'm going to go ahead and snug them all down. And there's 4. All right, should look just like that. And that's the end of step 10. Okay, now we got TR5-01 and TR5-36. And this is going to go inside here, fit over these pegs, and we're going to see the yellow through just like that. That's going to need a little glue on there. So I'm going to put a little bloop of glue on here on each one of these pegs. Now, if you got like the runnier glue, you could probably just put this on there and just drip the glue on it, but I'm using the gel, so get that in there and let that sit dry on there, and we should be good to go. It'll look just like that. All right, we got our arm piece here. We got the piece that we just put the yellow on, and we have 4 PWM 2x5.5 screws. Again, we're going to be going into metal, guys. This is step 12. So we're going to put a little oil on each one of these. And we're just going to put a little bloop of oil on each one of these 4 outside pegs here. Just a little bit, guys. Again, these are split, so they tend to screw in a little easier on these split ones. By split, as you can see they're split. I'm actually going to put a good little oil on all 6 of them because I'm going to be screwing into those other ones in a little bit. So I probably won't be able to get to them. All right, this one's going to go on the front of the arm if it's like his by his bicep here. And we're going to slide that on, and then we're going to screw in those 4 screws. I'm going to get one of them started here, and then we're going to go into the other side corner. And let's get them all snug down. Okay, it should look like that. Okay, now we got TR 5.30, and that's going to go on this side of the arm. And it's going to sit in just like that. And now we need two PB 2.3 by 6 screws and one PWM 2 by 5.5 screw. The PB screws are going to go here and here, and then this PWM screw is going to go down inside there where that third one that I oiled earlier was. We're going to go ahead and put these two on first on the outside here, and one goes here. There we go. There you go. And if you put that screw in, it keeps this lined up right. Otherwise, it can tilt in. All right, now we're going to do the same thing with this other side. Let's get it in there. And there's two. It should look like that. And that's the end of stages 14, 15, and 16. All right, stage 17, we have TR 5-28 and TR 5-27. I believe that is 28 and 27. And those are going to snap, these pegs are going to snap into the holes here. Get them lined up. Oh, there we go. Wow, those really snap hard. There we go. And then this one. Holy cow. You really got to put some force on these guys to get these to snap in. Oh, that one went in a little easier. But boy, those things are in good. All right, it should look like that. All the way around. Arm should bend. There we go. That's the end of stage 17. And stage 18, we're going to put the hand on. Put it in. Just slide it in there. Man, that was not easy to get in there, boy. I think they want to go in. All right, guys. There it is. The finished right arm. That's awesome. Oh, his fingers all bending. And his thumb. All right, let's go ahead and get to the main camera. All right, guys, there we are. We got the right arm all done. So we got his right arm and his left arm now. Look at that. I know I say it over and over again, but these things are really heavy and huge. So we got both arms. Well, let's say we're going to help him where he can clap. There we go. He can clap now. Nice. Can you believe we're almost halfway done with this build now? Almost halfway done. This was stage 5. I believe there's 12 stages, so almost halfway done. The arms are finished, so I'm curious at what we're going to be hitting next on this. Is it going to be the legs, the torso? I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? Anyways, I appreciate you stopping by and watching the video. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away a free Lego kit, brand new in the box. So one of the helmets too. It's going to be one of the Lego helmets. Anyways, guys, I appreciate it if you give this video a like. It really helps out a lot. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. I'm Chewy Solo, and this is Black and Red. See ya.
Woo! Now that is a whole lot of fun right there.